Hello, so there's two types of happiness you can achieve. You have the metaphysical happiness and the physical happiness, which I will be talking about today. I will be talking about the physical happiness, like the neurological happiness and the biochemical happiness inside our brains, and how we can achieve this quite easily by doing certain things in our life and not doing other things in our life. Like, for example, we all know that if you go eat a lot of Domino's pizza, a lot of junk food, you'll feel bad afterwards. For example, this will decrease that type of happiness. And it's kind of a balance. You have to find a balance within this. So there's basically three foundations to physical happiness, to neurological happiness. For example, there's this chemical. A lot of you will have heard of it. It's called serotonin, and a lot of antidepressants are SSRIs, which means serotonin reuptake inhibitors. They basically increase serotonin. That's not exactly how it works, but I'll do a simplified version of it. So this serotonin, it is kind of like known as the happy hormone, and this is also when you take psychedelics, you swap these hormones out, these neurological chemicals. I'll call them hormones. They're not hormones, but I'll call them hormones now. They're neurotransmitters. Actually, that's their official name. But we increase serotonin. A lot of it, like 80% of it, is created in our gut. So you can probably guess how we can increase serotonin quite easily. That's by improving our diet, eating healthy, good nutrition. Eat your vegetables, fruits, meat, nuts, berries, seeds. Eat healthy. Try to stay away from processed food. Food with a lot of conserving middles, colorings, taste enhancers. All those things you want to stay away from those things because they mess up your gut, they mess up your mind. They're like toxic. Alcohol, try to stay away from that. Definitely try to stay away from alcohol. It's not good for you. You can have a drink once in a while, but if you're going out drinking every week and you're heavily drinking, it will mess up your spirit, your body, your mind. Like we've all seen people go very bad on alcohol. Well, if you're of age, you've probably seen like people throwing up and not being able to speak, and it's not normal. So we don't want to mess up our gut with these bad foods, with these chemicals. What we want to do is enhance it by eating nutritious. The basic rule for nutrition is the more color on your plate, the better for nutrition. So you want to have a lot of colored vegetables on your plate. Um, Mushrooms, you can have some mushrooms, some meat, eggs. These are all very nutritious foods. And it's natural. Make sure your beef is grass fed when you eat it. So this is the diet part. Then we have sleep and exercise. They will also enhance our physical happiness. Sleep, it's quite simple. Make sure you get at least 8 hours of sleep. Don't just aim for 8 hours and then get 7.5. Make sure that when you go to sleep, it says at least 8 hours 30, preferably 9 hours until your alarm goes off. And in the best case scenario, you wake up by either a light alarm, so you can buy this on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description maybe. This is an alarm and it will light up, and then you can wake up naturally by light. So it's way better than an alarm, because when you have an alarm, your cortisol goes up, testosterone goes down. It's all this hormonal changes in your body when you get waked, because it's not natural to wake up by an alarm. You have to think about this in caveman days. When we got woken up, it wasn't because breakfast ready. No, we got woken up because there's danger. It's not good, so your body reacts in a way that it would respond to danger. So that's why you have to kind of make sure you sleep well. This will also refresh your brain. It will, while you're sleeping, you repair your muscles and your body. We all know this, but your brain also refreshes these neurotransmitters and these hormones that I was talking about earlier. You really need them to feel happy. It's not like optional. You need this to feel happy. Sleep. You all know this. It's necessary. We've been taught this in school. But don't go for 7 hours of sleep. I have a lot of friends, and they're like in school, and they say like, "Oh, I got 7 hours of sleep a night and I feel fine." Yes, you feel fine because you've been doing this for a whole year around, and you just feel like shit the whole day. So that becomes your new baseline. You're tired all the time, and that's your new baseline. So that's not the way to go. You should really invest in your sleep. And I also have a lot of people. Oh, I'm young, so these scientists say that, you know, my biorhythm is automatically later in the day, so I just have only 7 hours of sleep. But no, especially at this age, your brain is still developing. You don't want to cut out 1 to 2 hours of sleep every night. If you count that by the year, it's like you're behind me. You're like 500 hours of brain development behind me. I will be smarter than you. I'm just joking. But you know, it's important to sleep a lot and then exercise. This can be anything: running, biking, fighting, dancing, skating, football, whatever you like. And everyone has a sport they like. You can be climbing. You can just go on a long walk. You can meet up with friends and kind of wrestle with them, or just do dance, or go on an adventure. You know, go in the woods with your friends, build something in the woods, build a camp. Maybe you're too old for that, but you know, exercise is so important, and people really overlook this part of like, oh, I don't exercise, and they've heard it already. They should exercise. You know, it truly is important for development of your body, joints, especially when you're young. Even when you're getting older, you should still exercise, because when you exercise, first of all, you get this while you're exercising. I'll give you an example of myself. I do kickboxing, and when I'm fighting, you know, it's not really that fun in the moment. You know, it's kind of exciting sometimes, obviously, because you're fighting, but you know, it hurts. You're not feeling very good. You're tired, but you still keep going. And on that moment, a lot of these neurotransmitters go down. Like dopamine, for example, it goes down. It goes below baseline. This is your normal baseline. You're in pain. Your brain doesn't like it. You go down. But then when you stop fighting, it goes massively up, and then you feel. All of us has experienced this. That when we're, you know, doing a hard task and we get done and it just feels amazing. That's what you'll get when you exercise. And the first couple of times, first 3 times you go running, it won't be fun. Fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh time when you go running, you will come back home and you'll feel reborn, and it will be awesome. So you should go try running. It's super accessible for everyone. There's no excuse that you can't run. Everyone can just go out their door and run. You don't need fancy clothing. Like, you can just even run in, if you don't have anything, you can literally run barefoot and naked if you don't have anything. Go on a walk. I don't know what's going on there because my dog is doing crazy stuff. Awesome. Okay, so that's kind of what it's how we can enhance our physical happiness. I will be probably making another video about this, going deeper into depth about all the types of ways to perform our physical happiness. And there he is. Also, getting a dog will also enhance your physical happiness, because you know, it's a dog. It's a good companion. And there's other things like relationships. You should research Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and then you can see all the things that bring happiness. Maslow's hierarchy of needs.